What a season.
What a season and what a team. So Dortmund beat Leipzig, and the Bayern Munich player, they're sitting on a bus with their iPhones on the pitch as well, having a look, are we champions before the game? So you'll have some teams, they will kind of slow down then, and then they just go out and hammer Gladbach. And Gladbach, informed Gladbach with great offensive players, doing ever so well lately with Marco Rose, and they just hammer them. It just tells you the story about the winning culture of Bayern Munich. That is nothing expected of them, and still they winning and hammering Gladbach in a game they could just celebrate, couldn't they?
Yeah, Jan, again, if you're going to look at the glass half empty, if you like, on this, 9 titles in a row, Upamecano, Nagelsmann, of course, coming in the summer. You go out and you say, as you beat a Gladbach side that in German standards are pretty good, and you make them just look terrible. This is a concern, and it's something we've discussed a lot. And you say, look, it's the other club's problems, but it's a problem for German football overall, isn't it?
It is, and it's, of course, a problem for the Bundesliga, who wants to widen in the world, because 9 in a row, I mean, then we are in Scotland. I mean, yes, I know Juventus and all that kind of things, and this is not good for them. And I think that in these weeks when we're discussing Super League and everybody, or some people do their poster with 50+1, I think this is the weakness of that system, because this is the only country in the world where you have the number 1 will take the coach from number 2, Julian Nagelsmann. You take the best defender in Upamecano for next season. And we know they took Götze for Dortmund, they took Lewandowski from Dortmund. They've done that all along. Having said that, it's still very impressive what Bayern Munich are doing. They're doing it with their own money. And yes, I'm standing with it. If you see the season from Dortmund, this is not good enough this season. RB Leipzig nearly good enough, but they have to go for it. But the only thing that can change this in Munich, and if you see the history of German Bundesliga, is that Bayern Munich will get the wrong coach. So now they take the most talented one in Julian Nagelsmann, but will he survive this power battling politic kind of a club that Bayern is? Well, let's see. Well, it's going to be interesting next season.
Meanwhile, for Robert Lewandowski, all the talk, of course, when he's accumulating all these goals, is whether or not he could surpass Gerd Muller's record. Obviously, then got injured, and we thought, oh, maybe he's just going to fall short. But a hat-trick today leaves him, just 1 short of the record, Jan?
It's unbelievable. You're coming back from your injury, then they have a bad game against Mainz, and he scores in the last minute. And then at home against Gladbach, who doesn't give goals away, and then is 37, 38, 39, 1 goal left before he equals the record of the legendary, the best goal-getter of all times, Gerd Muller. I think that Robert Lewandowski will get that record, and he will have a look at the all-time Bundesliga record, because if he stays, he's around 90 goals behind him. He just measured his body the other day, and they said he was like 27. So this guy can go on forever. Robert Lewandowski can stay, and then we'll see how long he will stay at Bayern. But I think he get tempted for all these records, and one of the goals today, 1 penalty, of course, and one in the second minute, it's a typical Lewandowski goal, and then a great volley today, and you saw he was happy. And in 2 games, will he score a goal? Well, he probably will.
What about those YouTube comments that are coming up, Jan, that will just say, oh, anyone can score all these goals in Germany?
Well, they won the Champions League. They're still reigning champion of Europe till Chelsea and Manchester City play. And I think that he's shown in the Champions League he can do the same. But having said that, of course, it's easier, and that has always been easier, to score goals for the best team in a country. But I think that when you see the names around him on a top scorer table, 39 goals is by all means, by all standards, it's fantastic. They won the Champions League, and I think that Robert Lewandowski is one of the best number 9 of all time. And the only one in my living memory that I can compare him with is the player that I think is similar to him, or Robert Lewandowski being similar to Marco van Basten. He was that kind of player, and Robert Lewandowski is still developing. And of course, he got a Müller next to him, he got a Koeman next to him, he got a Sané next to him who can provide him goal. But every goal getter, you need someone to provide. But have a look at that, Dan. Remember when I played at Swindon, how hard that would have been to score goals.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.